Hi, I'm Chris Travell of Merits Research, and thanks for joining us today on the rideblog.com. Today, I want to take a look at what women want. What is it that could conceivably be different in purchase motivators between men and women? And if there are differences, what does that mean if you're a marketer or if you're a dealer? Well, in order to answer this question, I put together a little mini case study for us based on our U.S. New Vehicle Customer Study, or NVCS. And I want to look specifically today at the sports car segment. Now, depending on the quarter, the split roughly is about 2/3 male to 1/3 female. So certainly if you have the preconceived notion that women don't play an important role in the segment, the numbers don't bear that out. But let's take a look with both men and women combined as to why customers buy in the segment. Now, what we're looking at here are the top 10 purchase motivators in the sports car segment in the United States. And there's ones that you might expect: exterior styling, fun to drive, the fact the vehicle expresses my personality, and so on down the list there. But on the next slide, we can see when we look at those top 5 purchase motivators between men and women that differences emerge. What we did in research was just a little technique called significance testing to show whether or not is there a difference that does exist statistically between two numbers. And what we see here is when we're looking at exterior styling, when we're looking at fun to drive, when we're looking at power and acceleration and engine performance, those are more important purchase motivators for men, statistically, than they are for women. Now, for women, when we look at vehicle expresses my personality, that's more of an emotive purchase motivator. It's different statistically for men. Yes, it's still there for men, but it's more important for women. So after we look at this information, what does this tell us, or what are some of the implications for what we just looked at? Well, if you're a marketer working and selling and marketing vehicles in the sports car segment, I think it gives us some pretty good direction as far as those points of emphasis that we need to stress, especially in our Tier 1 communication. For men, the stereotypical way that we have marketed cars for the last 100 years of power and acceleration, exterior styling, that tends to play better with men compared to women. Now, for women, how I look in the vehicle, how others think of me when I'm in the vehicle, how that vehicle expresses my personality, that message tends to play better with women compared to men. So if you're a marketer, this gives us, I think, some pretty good guidance. Now, if you're a dealer, what does the data mean? Well, I think one thing it could suggest is the fact that when the dealer is doing their walk around on a particular vehicle in the sports car segment, the points of emphasis could be a little different depending on whether or not they're talking to me or whether or not they're talking to my wife. So I'm not saying necessarily to have two completely different walk-arounds. That's not what I'm saying. But rather the points of emphasis would be different depending on whether or not the salesperson's talking to me or whether or not they're talking to my wife. So certainly I hope you found this information helpful. Please let me know what you think. And again, thanks for joining us today on therideblog.com.